That's some shit.
NFL Nation, how you doing? Come on in. I'm Dog Jackson of Come On In Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you to as the NFL turns. It is Super Sunday, baby. Super Bowl Sunday. Will the Chiefs make history? Will they three-peat? Or can the Eagles right the wrong of 2 years ago? At 5:30 p.m., baby, we will find out. And yes, baby, we are live. We had a trial run, an unexpected and unscheduled trial run. But hell, we're back, baby. We're alive. We want to welcome everybody. And with that being said, I can't waste no time, baby. I got the family members in the back joining us. It's time for tea. You see your boy Dolphins bossing back because I'm excited. It's the day that we've been waiting for. We got my brother TJ all the way across the pond in the United Kingdom, baby. That's right. The Come On In Sports Network, baby. If you didn't know, we're international, baby. So come on in. You better hit that like button. You better subscribe. TJ, I got a person in the back who's waiting to talk to you, bro. He saw that ugly green, and he said, man, take it off. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of Arrowhead Podcast, the one and only Miss Arrowhead Chiefs Podcast, Mr. Chris Styles is in the house. Chris, welcome to the show, my brother.
What's going on? How you doing, man? How you doing, fellas?
Doing good, my brother. Thank you for being here once again. Here we go. This brother here helped me come up with the name of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast. He helped me in my journey when I started. This is a brother to me. This is a friend. I love this brother. He's the host of the #1, first, original. He's the Godfather of Saints podcast. I don't care who started, who's got nothing. He is the man, the one and only. Q, what's going on, baby?
Good morning to the fam, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate Brother Randolph and the panel. Much love to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. And this brother here, he's always with the fam. He's a diehard Detroit Lions fan, but I tried to warn him when Coach got on your bandwagon, brother, you was in trouble. And unfortunately, he had to learn that the hard way. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our brother. And future member, I'm putting a little pressure on him. Come on in, Sports Network. The one and only Mr. Jack Kavanaugh. Jack, how you doing?
Hello. Great to be back with the family. Round 2. We already did our little practice run, but excited to be back. Excited for the Super Bowl. Not as excited as I had hoped to be with the Lions not participating, but hey, it's still a beautiful day. Still gonna rep the Eagles today. Can't go for the three-peat. And apparently the Cat's excited as well.
Gotcha. And before I go into further, I'm gonna let my brothers, the other hosts of As the NFL Turn, introduce themselves. And I got to start first. I got to introduce my sister. You see her right there. The one and only, the great, beautiful, intelligent, undefeated sports bet. Listen, if you want to bet, follow PJ. PJ is 402-0. Now, what sources confirmed that none other than PJ herself. So, PJ, how you want? So, call PJ, how you doing? Come on in.
She asked him why we're doing this again. I don't think she understands what just happened. But anyways, no.
If I was in charge, you wouldn't have these mistakes.
She's like, why we doing this again? We just did this. Don't worry about it, PJ. Welcome to As NFL Turns from the Coming In Sports Network. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. My homegirl, PJ. We are from Uneducated Sports Talk. The like button, hit the subscribe button as well, man. Also come join us from the Come On In Sports Network, y'all. What's up with it?
Hey, what's good, everybody? Zach here, Real Fan Sports. How we doing? I am a little disappointed today. I really wanted to be out in New Orleans and do the show from New Orleans. I'll tell you what, the last like 48 hours, I think I've spent about 28 of them in New Orleans. I am whooped. My feet hurt. My legs hurt. I couldn't make the drive. I was dying, but we're here, as we normally are.
Yes, sir. What up, TJ?
Hello, hello. How is everyone today? All right. Okay, notifications for everything. I hope everyone's good, and we're gonna have a good game. It's gonna be a terrifying game, and go Eagles, I think, and hopefully Saquon breaks the record today. Yeah, what is it? 25 yards he needs to get.
Oh, yeah, do it in his sleep.
Yeah, do it in his sleep. Fingers crossed. But it's gonna be. I'm just nervous. That's all I can say. I am nervous. Because we had all of the confidence in 2022, and look what happened there.
Are we doing 2 beers per touchdown again, TJ?
No. I apologize.
Come on, man. Put the faith in your team. That's how you did. You whipped somebody up. What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on, Carlos? How are you, my man?
How you feeling, brother?
Yo, well, that depends. I mean, look. Oh, Jeremy, come on in, Bills. Beware the Stampede. Obviously, I all know. I love my Bills. Disappointed, like Jack, that we're not here today to talk about the Bills or the Lions. I would love to see that match again, but it is what it is. Josh Allen wins the MVP, so I'm at least happy about that. I got to root for the Eagles, right? Like, I have no choice. Regardless of who they were playing, I would have to root for the other team because it's not the Chiefs, right? And I love Jalen Hurts, OU fan, so obviously I got to root for him. And quite frankly, somebody else has got to win. I wouldn't like to see anybody else other than the Eagles and the Chiefs. And because of Coach, who just walked away. Because I'm mad at Coach right now. He and I are fighting. He just doesn't know it yet. He made this happen, by the way. This is Coach's fault for last week. That's what I'm going to say.
No, he was
right.
We're
going to introduce Coach Rock just now.
On. Yeah, he threw that. And then the rest, like he said, did it. So Coach had a hand in that one right there, Jeremy.
Did. It's Coach's fault. I'm blaming Coach. You got to blame somebody. I can't blame Dolph this week. Dolph was on my side.
Well, that is why you blame Dolph. It's a curse.
Exactly. Exactly.
Carlos, what was the over/under on the? I'm blaming Dolph for Coach on that one.
Oh man, hey, it definitely going to Dolph, man, because Dolph switched it up on you real quick. Hey, we have the legendary, the great, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Rock is in the building. Showing love, Coach. What jersey you got today, baby?
Of course he does.
He's going with the cheese, baby.
He got that Pacheco, baby.
Pacheco.
Oh, I tell you, boy, this man here never, boy, you like a goddamn, what you call it? Gecko. You change colors every week.
The legendary Coach Rock is in the building. Coach, how you feeling, man?
Man, history in the making today, baby, in my city. Nola strong, baby. Chief strong, baby. It's going down today. And guess what? Help is on the way.
Know what that means?
Hey, we'll get to that help later on in the show. We'll get to that help later on, man.
Lawrence, introduce yourself, my brother.
Welcome, everybody. We got exciting things going on at Come On In Sports on our website. We've been working on it the last few weeks. Make sure you're heading over there. Bookmark that. Live updates throughout. It's not going to just be football. Football season's winding down. It's a Come On In. It's not Come On In football. It's Come On In sports. We got baseball just kicking off today. Pitchers and catchers reporting. NBA season's in full swing. So anything sports related, head on over to that website. We'll be updating it weekly with thoughts and insights on what's happening in the world of sports. And to echo what Jeremy said, it was heartbreaking to see the Bills lose, but Josh Allen at least won the MVP. So we got some hardware out of this season. That's a step forward. And the colors were revealed for next year's Super Bowl. and it's blue and blue. Lions, Bills next year's. Mark it down right now.
There you go, Jack. Let's go.
Hey, well, listen.
Let's
Y'all
go.
actually-
Jack's
y'all
not sad about
actually-
that either.
Y'all actually can see that game this year. Get turn on Madden. Madden go to Super Bowl. All right? Bills. You can man it out, baby. You can man it out. Get them thumbs to go. I love
That's
y'all,
not
man. I love
bad.
y'all.
Y'all get
That's
into
not bad,
any picks at the moment, y'all. We're gonna go around the circle, man. We're gonna break down this game entirely. As far as Eagles versus Chiefs, Super Bowl 59. Start with Big Q. Without saying who you going for at this moment, man, what are the keys for tonight's football game for both teams to get a W?
Number one, man, play smart football, man. No turnovers, man. You can't be turning the damn ball over in the Super Bowl. That's number one, man. You got to play smart, force the other team to turn the ball over. A big part of it, you got to have a balanced offense, run the ball and get into your operation play. And then another thing is too, man, Patrick Mahomes, man, the guy's fantastic, man. So you got to watch how he I don't know how you slow him down, man. You got to put some pressure on him. But I do like what Philadelphia has in terms of their defense. No disrespect to Kansas City defense. They're actually pretty operable too. But yeah, it's going to come down to the big boys, the offensive line, the trenches. We got to handle business there as well. But yeah, I anticipate one team has to dominate there in the trenches, whether it's running the ball and stopping the run. And that's the basics, fundamental and successful football. Whoever does that, man, they're gonna get the biggest trophy of the year, man. That's what it is. I wish my team was there to get it, but at the end of the day, that's a whole nother discussion. Shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the Chiefs.
We hosting it, man. We hosting it. We hosting it.
That ain't good enough, Carlos.
I know.
Man, that's not good.
We there in spirit right now, man. We hosting it.
It's spirit, okay.
Yeah, we're there in spirit. Zach, what's good, baby? Hey, keys to this game, man. What you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just copy exactly what you said, but I think it all goes down to the trenches of this game. I don't think this is going to be one that's like crazy high scoring. I think this is going to be something that's going to be fought. It's going to be one underneath. Can the Chiefs stop the run? Can they stop Saquon Barkley, or can they force Jalen Hurts to possibly make mistakes? Or could we see a Jalen Hurts just masterclass like we did in his last Super Bowl appearance? I mean, he was obviously the best player there back 3 years ago now. So, he's hoping to have a bit of a repeat for the Chiefs. They've just got to do what they do, man. I mean, they play so well. They open up the playbook. I'm excited to see, now that it's their fourth Super Bowl appearance under Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. What is it that they can create and come up with in order to catch these teams off guard? I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, man, I'm ready.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, coming to you, man. Quick question for you, brother. Who's more important to their team's success? Is it Pat Mahomes or is it Saquon Barkley for the Eagles?
I think it's Pat Mahomes has got to be more important for the success. I mean, it's Pat Mahomes. He's phenomenal. He has that ability to just at the end of the game. And I know everyone wants to talk about the penalties. Even without the penalties, Pat Mahomes just has that ability. And he has the ability to draw those penalties, to force you to make that mistake, to hit him late out of bounds and get those calls. Pat Mahomes just has that it factor. And the matchup is really going to be tough for Saquon Barkley. Obviously, if anyone's going to do it, it's Saquon. But the Chiefs haven't allowed a 60-yard rusher all season. Saquon, I think, is going to get over that. But they're going to be loaded up on Saquon, and Jalen Hurts is going to have to be the difference maker for the Eagles. Saquon will get his, but for the Eagles to win, I think Jalen Hurts has to take his game to that next level like he did last time in the Super Bowl. He has to make some of those plays.
Lawrence, go on to you, brother. Same question, man. Who's more important to success? Is it Saquon for the Eagles or is it Pat Mahomes for the Chiefs?
It's Saquon all the way, just because you look at what he's done this postseason, all season, really. 160 rushing yards per game in the postseason. The passing game has been fairly anemic for most of this season for the Eagles. So if you take Saquon away, do you trust Hurts to beat you at this point? They haven't shown that consistency to be able to do so this year. So to me, if the Chiefs can stifle him and keep him under 100, I think that is their path to their third straight title.
All right, let's go to our homers now, y'all. We got some homers in the building, of course. Start with my man Chris, diehard Chiefs fan. Chris, what's your keys to the success for Kansas City in this game, man? Because right now we got a lot of Eagles fans. A lot of Eagles fans saying Eagles gonna take it, man. But I heard the same thing a couple of years ago too. The success for the Chiefs, though, man. What do they have to do to win this game?
It all starts with the trenches on both sides of the ball, man. Offensive line, they got to be able to protect Pat long enough for him to get the ball out. Jalen Carter, Josh Sweat, Milton, Brandon Graham's going to be playing. Nolan Smith, we got to be able to contain those brothers. And then on the other side, Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Charles Omenihu, Felix, Mike Dana, all those brothers, they're going to have to try to disrupt and get pressure on Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts doesn't do well when he gets pressure. So I expect Spags to dial it up and probably send some free rushers at him too. So that's going to be key.
That's TJ from all the way from the England side of things, man. We heard Chris said about Kansas City, man. What does the Eagles have to do to dethrone Goliath, pretty much, because they are the David in this conversation?
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be, I think it's going to be down to keeping to the run of Saquon Barkley, even if it's not working to start with. Another reason is also Vic Fangio. Last year in 22, our defense didn't adjust at all, and Pat Mahomes completely tore them apart in the second half. This year, if Vic Fangio is able to adjust to whatever Pat Mahomes is throwing at them, and just hopefully keep us alive, because second half of 22 was absolutely horrific. So yeah, it's can they adjust and keep the run game with Saquon Barkley, even if it's not working to start the game, because he's inevitable. It seems to be like he will always seem to have a 70-yard run in each game.
Hey, Dolph, I like what Tito just said. He said even if the run game doesn't start off right, stick with the program. Something that the Ravens, something that the Bills just don't get, right? Even if it doesn't work in the beginning, keep using it, or use it in the beginning at all, right? So, Dolph, what's your expectations for this game in the trenches?
I'm going to stick to the ground game, but I'm going to the other side. Kareem Hunt and Pachinko are going to play a big factor in this game. If the Chiefs are able to have a semblance of a running threat this game, to me, it's lights out. I'm telling you, if they are able to run the ball on the ground against the Eagles, which, by the way, the Rams were. Let's not forget the Rams were able to run the ball pretty successfully against the Eagles. If the Chiefs are able to do that today, that undoubtedly opens up Travis Kelce. That opens up, I'm sorry, Lawrence and Carlos, but should have been Bill's selection. Xavier Worthy. I just got to get it in. I'm sorry, man. I love y'all. But I think the Chiefs running game today is going to be play big significance. Everyone's looking on the other side with good reason for Saquon and the marvelous season. I think the unprecedented season that young man has had, I don't really think he is getting the necessary attention he deserves, mainly because the team and himself decided not to break that record. But yeah, I think that's going to be the key. The Chiefs' ability to run the ball and keep that Eagles offense on the sideline.
Right now, we got 45 plus in the chat showing love, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too. The Come On In Sports Network, and of course our variety of shows as well. Beware the Stampede, Uneducated Sports Talk. We've got Real Fan Sports. Come on, y'all, show some love. Appreciate that, man. Hey, before we get to all that, Coach Rocky, last to speak your mind, brother, on this game. I know who you're favoring to win this game, Coach, but what's got to happen for both these teams to get a W?
Man, me personally,
Coach, turn your sound down in the background.
Go turn the sound down, Coach.
That's not me. That's not me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't have nothing on in the house. That's not me.
What up, Coach?
All right, go ahead.
So my key to this game is I think somewhere in that Kansas City has to steal 2 or 3 possessions, either through turnovers or fumbles. But I think we talk about Patrick, we talk about Saquon, we talk about Brown, but the Philadelphia defense plays a lot of zone concept. And I think the unknown factor in this game is going to be a 12-year veteran that nobody talks about has finally got a shot at playing in the Super Bowl, D. Hopkins. I think Patrick has to take what Philly gives them, and I think D. Hopkins is best suited for this short yardage, big physical receiver. I think D. Hopkins is going to play a big part in this game, man.
All right. Hey, all right. Let's go down to X factors, man. We got to start with our X factors. Shout out to Coach Rock for showing love. Yo, Big Q, name me someone. I give you both teams because it is Big Q, so we give them both teams. The X factor from both teams that no one's talking about right now. Like who we heard about coaches say D Hop might be something. You have somebody in mind for the Chiefs and the Eagles that no one's really talking about?
I think Coach Rock put it right on the nose with D Hop, man. A lot of people not really kind of talking about him, but yeah, that he can make a ton of difference with the Chiefs offense, man. And plus, he's phenomenal, man. He got that big playability, and we kind of forgot about him to a degree, but him and having him there would definitely help. And then on the other side, as far as the Eagles are concerned, and this is not really an X factor per se, but yeah, Jalen Hurts, man. I need Jalen Hurts to step the hell up in this game, man. I mean, what I've been seeing, I know he's been dinged up, but man, from all the way back to college, I'm an LSU guy, so I used to watch this guy when he played for Alabama. Then he went to Oklahoma and played that 1 year. His trials starting with Philadelphia early on in his career, and what he was able to do, his duality, the ability to be able to throw and move out of the pocket, his decisiveness. It has not been has not been the same, Jalen Hurts, and I know he's been dinged up, but we need Jalen Hurts, man. If the Eagles is going to kind of take this thing away from the Chiefs, he gonna definitely have to step his game up in a major way. So we need to see a extraordinary outer-worldly game from Jalen Hurts, man. Because you're right, they're gonna lock in on Barkley. That's a well-known thing. They're gonna try to stop him, and it's really up to Jalen Hurts. So we're gonna need Superman Jalen Hurts on that level, man, to be able to kind of take this thing to the next level. So I know he's not really an X factor per se, but he definitely has to elevate his game in this matchup, man.
Hey, I agree with you on that. He's gonna be someone that's got to take that next step for sure.
Bro, He not talking. They talking about Mahomes, and rightfully so. But hey, there's another quarterback here that need to do his thing as well, man. So that's my call on it, brother.
Hey, Zach, over under 225 for Hurts. What do you got to get, Zach?
I'll tell you what, I'm staying away from that like crazy. I honestly think it's going to be under. I think some of their best games they played is whenever he doesn't have to throw the ball. I mean, you know, the Chiefs are going to do everything they can to force Jalen Hurts to make the ball go up in the air. But I think if you're the Eagles, I mean, you want Jalen Hurts to sit around that 225 mark. You don't want him throwing 270, 280, something like that, because that's just not their game this year. Their game is ground and pound, keep it out the air, use it, for, a couple big passes, try to get Devontae involved, try to get AJ Brown involved, get your quick screens out to Goddard. But outside of that, I mean, I wouldn't touch it. But if I were, and if I'm rooting for the Eagles to win, I think it's got to be under.
Jeremy, same question. X factors, man. Both teams. Who is going to surprise us in this game between the Eagles and the Chiefs?
Kareem Hunt. I think that's gonna be the X factor for me.
Yeah. We done lost Jeremy.
Oh, we lost Jeremy. Oh, keep calm and go Bills. That's all good. It's all good. All right. Let's get to Chris now. Chris, we got the Chiefs and we got Pat Mahomes. We got Travis Kelce. We got Chris Jones. Name somebody else, or it doesn't have to be a certain person. It could be a position. It could be whatever, man. What's going to be key for Kansas City in this game as an X factor position, in your opinion?
Well, I'll do offense and defense. On offense, I'm going to say Hollywood Brown. They've been ramping him up more lately since he's come back. He's affected this offense for them to open up the playbook in the first few plays. When we played the Buffalo Bills, they went straight to Hollywood Brown. So I think he's going to be a major factor into this game. And then on defense, George Karlaftis, he's the X factor. They're going to double team Chris Jones all day. So George is going to have to get his. I mean, Charles Omenihu is going to be another person, but I got to go with George Karlaftis. If George Karlaftis has 2 sacks, we have a good chance of winning this game.
Look at that. 29 pressure through the first 13 weeks of the season. Hey, and he feeds off the double teams. He feeds off when Chris Jones is being double teamed, which is damn near every play. Karlaftis gets his money, man. We saw that against what team he had like 3 sacks?
Texas.
Was that the Texans? Yeah, he just went crazy the last little drive for Houston. They couldn't get it done. TJ, all right, we know all about Saquon, Jalen Hurts. Who is your X factor on both offense and defense for your Eagles?
I'm going to go with, on offense, I'm going to go with Dallas Goedert. I think he is definitely Jalen Hurts' to-go guy. Something the play's broken down and all that. He was injured most of the regular season, unfortunately. That seems to be his MO. But in the playoffs, he's done very well. He obviously stiff-armed a Packers defensive player to oblivion whilst he scored that touchdown. So if he's able to keep himself open, especially if the pressure's there for Jalen Hurts to have that safety valve there. And on defense, I'm going to go with Cooper DeJean. He's obviously a rookie in the slot, and he's been playing very well. Adam Thielen did give him a bit of problems in that Panthers game, but he is one of those sort of players that is always the backup linebacker kind of attitude. He's always able to take down the running back. He did a fantastic tackle on Derrick Henry when we faced the Ravens early in the regular season. So is he able to look after his coverage and help the linebackers? Because obviously we lost Nakobe Dean in the Packers game. So we've got a backup linebacker in there. So linebacker. So that's my X factor is, can Cooper DeJean rise to the moment, and can Dallas Goedert keep himself open for Hurts if it all starts to break down?
Man, white cornerback is the X factor during Black History Month is dirty work.
Hey, Jack, we're talking about strength on strength here. We got the Chiefs O-line have done a fantastic job of making sure the Eagles O-line, excuse me. They're probably the best in the game. A few injuries over the last couple of weeks, man, but they're still totally at the best in the game. And then we have the Chiefs D-line with Chris Jones and Karlaftis, like Chris has just spoken about, man. I want you to, who's going to have the better game in between those trenches? Chiefs D-line or the Eagles O-line, Jack?
See, I think it's going to be the Eagles offensive line, but that all depends on Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson. Because you remember last week, their center, Cam Jurgens, he didn't start the game because he had a back injury. He was available, he dressed, but they moved Landon Dickerson, their all-world left guard, to center. They put in their backup left guard, Tyler Steen, and then Dickerson goes down with a knee injury, so Jurgens has to come back in, and they were still able to chug along. They were still able to get the job done, but that was against a defensive line in the Buffalo Bills, not on the same level. There's no Chris Jones on the Buffalo Bills. There's no George Karlaftis. Von Miller, still very, very good, but he's getting up there in age. He's more crafty than Karlaftis, who will just overwhelm you. So if they are both healthy, if they are both able to get the job done, then I think it will be the Eagles. But that's no guarantee. And if someone's going to take advantage of an injured back and an injured knee, it's going to be Chris Jones. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war. Same with the Chiefs offensive line. Their left guard, Mike Caliendo, he is a former backup. Joe Thuney kicks out to left tackle for them. So I think those 3 positions, that center and left guard for the Eagles and that left guard for the Chiefs, those are going to be the biggest deciding factors in this game.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely want to see that. We got Kamar Connor. Yeah. Hey, the Chiefs secondary, they've been good all year, but the Eagles secondary have been great. Also, I want to say this. Both these teams, and they're in this position for a reason, because they don't turn the ball over not as much as anybody else. That's why they're here now in the Super Bowl. I think personally for me, like Coach Big Q has said earlier, turnovers, man. That's what it is. It's going to come down to turnovers. Who can get that extra possession? To put the pressure on each other. And also, I agree. Who has spoke about? TJ has said the running game for Saquon and the Eagles. Even if it doesn't work, stick to it, because we've seen many times when Mahomes throwing a touchdown, and then people panic. You're down 7-0, and the whole game plan goes out the window. Bills have done it numerous times. The Ravens have done it numerous times as well. And I wonder if the Eagles say, you know what? We don't care. We will not abandon that run at all. I want to see that philosophy first quarter, second quarter, how it all plays out, because that could be the difference in the game.
That's right.
Dolph, what you got, baby? Go ahead.
I mean, my X factor in this game, man, the Chiefs defensive line. It's plain and simple. How often can they stop Saquon from getting to the second level? That's going to be penetration is going to be key in this game to slowing down Saquon. You got to get him before he gets started, because once he gets started, man, it's damn near impossible to stop him this year. To be that big, I mean, we talk about Derrick Henry, but hell, Saquon is no small specimen now. That kid's built like a Adonis. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we saw what the kid did this year with the incredible in-game Madden jumping backwards in the goddamn football game, in a live NFL game, which is still one of the sickest ass things I ever saw. I mean, I had to rewind the damn thing like 10 times. Did he really do this on professional football players? I could see when we were playing Madden, but damn, this was real life. He's a real life damn character. So the kid's special, man, but the Chiefs up front. Simply put, we can talk about Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Saquon. We can talk about all the skill positions. When it comes down to it, football still to this day and will always come down to the trenches. Right. Whichever offensive, defensive lines are successful today, I look for that team to come out today as champion. Of course, you got to protect the ball. You can't afford to give the Chiefs extra possessions. And also, if I'm the Eagles, you cannot allow, if you have the ball late in the game, you must make sure that you do not give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes with an opportunity to go down and win the game. And if he needs a field goal to win the game, man,
you can't give him at all.
You can't give him anything, bro. Because if he need a field goal, it's like 98% he go happen. And besides, they're not alone. We already know they gonna help him. So
it's supposed to be red, Randolph. That's red, brother. You're supposed to get them in red, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, not being talked about enough. It's the special teams. We know about Elliott's issues over the regular season and in the playoffs as well. And of course, when you got on the other side, Butker, who is Mr. Playoffs. For the last 6-7 years, that's going to be a huge difference as well. Because when it comes down to who can make that key 50-yarder, I've got crazy faith in Butker. I don't have that much faith in Elliott, albeit this is a dome, so weather will not be a factor. But as far as confidence goes, yeah, give me Butker and the Chiefs special teams all day over Philadelphia. So that can come down and be a huge factor as well.
And the X factor. TJ had mentioned it earlier, and the Kobe Dean injury needs to go talked about more. Oren Burks is stepping in for him. And a few years ago when Dre Greenlaw got hurt running onto the field, Burks is the one who actually stepped in for him. And from that point on, Kansas City targeted him. So I'm going to imagine that's going to be much of the same thing here of them going after the backup, Burks again. And Kelsey is not, like we talked about earlier, him and Mahomes don't really have like a set, all right, you're going to go here. They each read the defense and react to it. That's why it's so hard to defend him. And he's kind of like, because it's not like, he's going to run this route. It always depends. And they have that feel for each other. So for the Eagles, Oren Burks is going to have probably the game of his life to be able to stop what the Kansas City wants to do. And we've talked about the running game a lot, yet nobody's mentioned Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes' legs is going to be the difference in this one. He runs he ran 11 times against the Bills for 2 touchdowns. He hasn't run that much like all season. He saves his legs for the most important plays and games of the season. And he led the Chiefs in rushing last week. He's probably going to do it again. So his legs are the X factor, not his arms. Him being able to get out of the pocket, steal possession. He's talked about turnovers. Him getting a first down on a 3rd and 9 with a scramble. That's going to be the X factor for them on offense.
Yeah, I like
one guy
that.
you keep forgetting to talk about too is Zach Bond, man. I feel like his job today is going to be huge as far as containing Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, we all know, is most dangerous, right? Once he gets out the pocket and is just able to move around and where it becomes that schoolyard football. So Zach Bond's going to have one of the toughest jobs today for both teams to just try and not to allow Patrick Mahomes to go ahead and get loose. It is absolutely, the most important thing that goes on for the Eagles into this game.
Yeah, I really. It's gonna be such a good game, man. I'm ready for it. I'm so hyped. Both these things are very similar in approach, mentality. We broke down about. I think we talked last week when we said about the Chiefs not being great at anything except for situational awareness. They're like the best ever at when it's time to not mess up. They don't mess up. The Eagles have also adapted that into this playoffs as well. When it's time to not mess up, they don't mess up. When it's time for the trenches to get in, you can always count on them. So I like that factor in both teams that who's going to win the psychological battle, right? And so that's going to be key. And right now, we know what Pat Mahomes has done in the playoffs. He's been there every damn year since he's been the starting quarterback. And I think Zach had mentioned 4 Super Bowls. This is their 5th one, Zach.
Oh, 5th. Yeah, I thought I got that wrong, but I was
this
just
is 5. This is 5 in 7 years, man. This is unheard of, man. Even in Brady's and the Patriots dynasty, different decades, man, it wasn't like this,
Yes.
So yeah. But shout out to both teams, man. What you got, Dolph?
Man, as y'all can see, man, courtesy of Next Gen, man, Saquon Barkley gets stronger in the second half. God damn it, the kid he actually gets faster. Like he Popeye. He go in the locker room, eat some spinach, and come out in the second half, and he's even more dominant and effective. He's the type of back, like you said earlier, you guys said, do not give up on the running game, even if it's not working early. And believe me, they're not going to give up on giving Saquon the ball. But today, I think, look for Saquon to be more involved in the passing game. Because we know the Chiefs no doubt want to stack the box. So if the Chiefs stack the box with 8, now you look to the outside. Q spoke of it. We saw in the NFC Championship. AJ Brown totally dominated Marshawn Lattimore. Now, can Trent McDuffie step up and take that challenge of dealing with a physical receiver like AJ Brown? That's going to be the key to me. I think Saquon touching the ball in the passing game and Trent McDuffie on defense is going to be 2 areas that we need to pay keen attention to in today's game. And before we continue, it's time for Team Pulse. I told you, baby, the family just keep coming in. All right, the gentleman, there he is. He's in the building, baby. There he is from the league, Houston, covering the Houston Texans, last year's darlings. Everybody's preseason Super Bowl pick. But God damn it, when you can't sneak up on nobody, it's kind of hard. I still love CJ Stroud, but damn it, he hurt me this year, Harley. What the hell happened with the sophomore slope, baby? Can't have it like that, baby. Talk to me. And first of all, welcome. Thank you for being here, man. How you doing? Shout out to you and everybody, all your followers who are following you today. Thank everyone for being here. So, Harley, my man, the floor is yours, man. Who wins today and why?
First of all, thank you. I appreciate you having me on, man. I am excited. The Texans, definitely did not have the season that I was hoping for, as well as many of my Houstonians were hoping that the Texans would live up to that Super Bowl hype that the NFL was really throwing on us coming into the upcoming 2024 season. Just didn't happen. It is what it is. There's a lot of issues when it comes to that, whether it's offensive line, which to me was like the main root of the problem, amongst then you got the tree branches where it's okay, CJ Stroud didn't play as well as he did like his rookie year, and you got the offense coordinator Bobby Slowick, and so injuries come on top of it too. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, the Houston Texans, with everything that happened in that year, in this year, I would still say still ended up in the divisional round. Your offensive line was pretty much horse shit from week 1 to the very last game of the season in the playoffs, and you still ended up in the divisional round. Like, that's pretty impressive. And CJ Stroud had himself a damn good game against them Chargers, and I thought played well enough in the Chiefs game. Could have been better, obviously, but again, offensive line is an issue. That's something that the Texans will hopefully fix. Well, not hopefully, should fix in 2025. And then we get to the Super Bowl. I'm excited, man. I know a lot of y'all have been talking about the Super Bowl. I know this is the main concept today. And hey, you got Eagles, Chiefs. I'm petty. I don't want to see the Chiefs win no more. And that's just how it is. It's just as simple as that. There's no extra facts needed. There's no analytics. There's no stats that I need. I'm just fucking petty. I'm tired of the Chiefs winning. I'm tired of it. Unless it's my team winning, then it's different. I'm sure Jack with the Detroit Lions, if they won 10 in a row, there'd be no problem. But Coach Rock, buddy, I don't care. You know what? I'm even more petty because I want Hopkins winning a Super Bowl. That's one more than Andre. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Hey, I got a question for Chris, man. Chris, the amount of times that you've heard that exact statement throughout this whole entire year, probably into last year, man, if you had to take a drink for every single time someone said that, you'd be an alcoholic by this point.
If I had $1, I'd be rich.
Oh man, you buy a nickel would probably suffice, man. You'd be rich even if it was a nickel.
Sure. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, that's what happens, man. When you get to winning a lot, people want to see you down. You know what I'm saying?
And that's exactly what's going on. I mean,
place to be on top, man. I'd rather get hated on every day by every person in the world if I'm on top.
Astros fan. And I love it. I love that they hate me.
I hate it when you made it.
Exactly. I mean, we had the Patriots dynasty. I'm pretty sure back in the 80s they were hating on the Niners. Back in the 90s they were hating on the Cowboys. I mean, we hated on the Cowboys for any other thing too. But still, but you know how that goes. And winning, people just don't like to see the same team winning over and over and over. They think it's stale. I think it's part of greatness, man. Honestly,
that's part of history, man.
Yeah, history. Now, I like in a sport where every team has the same amount of people with similar game plans. There's one goal for each team, and one team continues to defy odds and win. On a regular basis, that is just awesome. No matter what sport you think of.
And that's why the NFL is best. It has that equal playing field, right?
Right.
You don't have a soft salary cap where the Dodgers can just keep pouring money into a franchise. So, like the Chiefs, like it's not an accident. They are great in great situations. They're the greatest head coach, the greatest quarterback, and arguably the greatest defensive mind in history. That's a big trifecta for any team to overcome.
Lawrence, I got a totally off-topic thing real quick, bro. I haven't seen a TV with a butt on it in some time, bro. You got 2 of them. That's awesome.
No, that's my retro gaming section there. I got 3 TVs.
That makes sense. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You gotta have the CRTV
yeah.
man.
All right.
Hey, TJ.
I got a rebuttal.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
I'm tired of all this calling Spade, the great and all that. When I saw him as a defensive coordinator. For me, he sucked. I saw him in New York. Now you get with Andy Reid. You luck up in the Patrick Mahomes greatness. Now all of a sudden you that great. Man, he all right. He ain't all that. I'm hating, Chrissy. I'm hating.
Yeah, you sound like a big hater over there.
I don't like your overrated defensive coordinator because he's overrated.
Man,
Yeah.
He's overrated.
Anyway, he didn't have no players over there. That's why.
That's
The
right.
hate is real from Dolph.
Scrap heap over
I ain't gonna
there.
lie, bro. He sucked down here, man.
Yeah,
but
he
that's the
sucked.
thing, because he didn't have that. Just showed, man. Without the players, man, that dude was terrible down here in the 1 year. He got fired, matter of fact. So it wasn't the thing. But yeah, the talking
He's fired
point.
somebody. That's crazy.
Oh yes, and all the time, isn't it? I mean, but the thing is, in terms of the coaching, man, Andy Reid versus Sirianni, man, that's the thing. When you talk about one of the best in the NFL, Andy Reid's acumen, his chemistry with his quarterback and everything they got going on, they just got that glow right now, that vibe. And the thing is, how does the Eagles handle that? Do they come in there and don't get caught up in all of the pomp and circumstance and everything, and they just keep it all about football and keep that meanness to it? How does that look? But yes, the Chiefs are battle tested, man. This ain't nothing to them to be in these big game environments year after year, man. They expected to win. They handled that pressure very royally. And and you're right, when you're a champion, man, and things just seem to go in your favor. I mean, that's just what it is. And if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. So can the Eagles do that today, man? We're gonna see.
That's a shout out to you, Josh Allen. Shout out to you, Lamar Jackson. If you want to beat a man, you gotta beat the man. You gotta beat the man. You're right, TJ. You know all about the Eagles posts right now. You know about all the craziness, chatter that's happened all season when they went 2-2. When they had a 15-game winning streak. You've heard it all, man. Yo, I want to ask a question. What does a win mean for Nick Sirianni, and what would a loss mean for Nick Sirianni's job? Because Philadelphia, for some reason, just does not like the man, but he keeps winning.
Yeah, we absolutely despise that man for some reason, even though in 22 we loved all his antics. Obviously next year he's going to be his last year of his contract, and the Eagles franchise themselves, they don't allow coaches just to run on their last year. So we're going to give them an extension. So for Nick Sirianni himself, I think he knows that he's going to get that extension. And if he wins the Super Bowl, man, he's going to get a payday. He's going to get a lot of money. If he loses, obviously he's going to get less money, but he's also going to get labeled to a coach that is unable to take the Eagles over the hump. Like, they had the best running back of the season. Their defense has been number one. Like, they have all of their weapons. Fair enough. If the offense hasn't been to what we expect when we hired Kellen Moore, your Saints futures head coach there. But it's going to have that reputation of he's not going to be able to get it done, and people are going to go back to his obviously on the field and off field antics and his personality. We just can't go for another off season like we did of, it's all Nick. And the hatred for Nick Sirianni is going to be there, but it's also Jalen Hurts, I think, is going to get a lot of hatred as well. And yeah, Philadelphia, even when we were winning 5 games, because we weren't blowing teams out, because we weren't winning the way we liked them, we were still calling for his job. It was absolutely mental. We're winning games. Who cares? Like,
I see somebody hitting the ball early this morning.
Oh, no.
Hey, he running. I don't know if you on that clear liquor or that brown liquor, but you tripping. There ain't no damn way I see any of these teams blowing each other out today.
Something bad got to happen for that to happen.
Yeah, something real bad for that to happen, bro. I understand your loyalty, bro, but man, listen, drink some Kool-Aid or some water or something first, bro. It's too early.
Mahomes steps to the field and tears his Achilles. Jesus.
That's messed up. Don't put that out there.
I know.
If they do that, Carson Wentz their backup. Imagine Carson Wentz taking the Chiefs and winning over the Eagles, a Super Bowl over the Eagles.
That would be crazy.
That'd be the better story.
That'd be a story.
Now I want it to happen.
I don't want that to happen.
That would be so fitting. That would be so fitting. That would be so fitting.
That's wild.
Boy, that go Allen. Boy, I tell you, boy, a lot of y'all breaking.
Yeah, I want to lick it. ain't even noon yet for us. Damn, what y'all doing?
Coach ain't even on the oatmeal this morning, but they on that liquor this morning, boy. They is tripping.
They playing a drinking game with us. They're already winning.
No, y'all better stop putting it in the chat with reverse on y'all.
Hey, I want to get y'all thoughts right quick on head coaching hirings during the playoffs, man. How do y'all feel about that? We got Kellen Moore, who's pretty much the bottom of the barrel for the New Orleans Saints, my franchise I rock with since 1999, baby. But we kind of got the bottom of the barrel with Kellen Moore. Big Q, I want your thoughts on Kellen Moore, but also the way it works out in the NFL. Do you think we should just have no one goes anywhere till after the Super Bowl?
Well, the first question, man, Kellen Moore, man. A lot of people preferred to have an offensive-minded coach to kind of get that thing together. I thought that the Saints should have had more of an expanded search in terms of looking for a head coach. Slick Mickey decided to have a certain amount of people that he kind of looked at. And ultimately, it came down to Kellen Moore being the guy. Now, Kellen Moore is very interesting. I did some studying on what he did with Dallas. Had some people from the Dallas side that kind of hit me to the game on how he did for them, and they spoke well of Kellen Moore's acumen as a offensive mind. And some of the people from the Eagles hit me as well and said that he can do some positive things with the Saints offense. So it's not exactly the hire that I wanted. I wanted more of an expanded approach. But in the end, I think Kellen Moore has a bright future. He's going to be the youngest coach that we hired, and coming into this thing, it's going to be interesting to see him turn things around. Now, the Saints at first was telling, and this was something I talked about all the time on the platform, about how the Saints are currently under a rebuild while telling everybody out in the public that they are trying to compete. And as the bottom fell out this year, you can see that the Saints, Mickey behind the scenes, according to reports, are saying that they are doing a rebuild. So they're just a bunch of liars. What can I tell you? But in the end, man, this is the truth. You're $50 million in the red. They basically begging Kellen to take the job. If he decided to go in a different direction, it would be pie in their face. It'd be another slap in the face where a lot of people like McCarthy saying I'm good, and other guys saying I'm good. We're gonna stay where we are. Brady and other guy Kingsbury. So in the end, man, we'll see what they got going on. But the Saints have a lot of problems, man. Can Kellen Moore fix them? Perhaps over time. So that's my thought process on it, bro.
Jack,
can I ask you?
Go ahead, Chris.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Saints fans, do you think if Kellen Moore doesn't take the job, do you think it's because of the stuff that's lingering over you guys, the whole reports with the
Catholic Church?
Catholic Church.
They knew that 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah. That's nothing. That was 5 years report. Yeah.
They knew that 5 years ago. And
Okay.
Kellen Moore ain't my first choice. My first choice is in Miami. I think Anthony Weaver is exactly who the New Orleans Saints need, but the Saints are going to be scared off. They're going to follow the trend and not want to hire an offensive coach to go with the trend. They need a leader. They need somebody who is strong. They need a man that players will follow. There was an article in December the 23rd or 24th, Miami Herald, about Anthony Weaver, where you had Jalen Ramsey, Calais Campbell, Mike McDaniel, and the general manager all speak about how difficult and hard it would be for them to lose Anthony Weaver, and that whichever organization hires him to be a head coach, they're going to get the a gem, and I just think that I just think that could be something that comes back to bite him in the ass. Now, if Kellen Moore decides to take the job, I mean, listen, it's not his job until he says he's accepting. He signed his name on the dotted line, like you say. If he decides not to take the job, then how you look? You look like nobody wants the job. Nobody wants to come here. Now, everybody's talking about the salary cap hell that the Saints supposedly are in. The Saints are always in salary cap hell. But
That's
a lot
the problem,
of people need to do their research. Because next year, guess what? The Saints not in salary cap hell next year.
Depends, Brandon.
Yeah, I know it depends on what the salary cap is and contract in a few minutes, depending on what they do this offseason.
That's right.
But the 2026, though, for sure,
Yes.
they're going to have some money. So you only got to really deal with this for this season. And then next year and the following year, you'll really be major players in the game. But my choice would be Anthony Weaver. But I digress. And I don't like the question you asked, Carlos. I think the hiring process should be after the Super Bowl. Me personally, especially if your
100%.
team.
I feel like everybody feels like that. Like anyone that disagrees with that, I think you're selfish. Like that's low-key how I feel. I mean, come on, there's too many important games on the line throughout obviously through the playoffs and stuff like that for them to be worrying about their money, their living situation. It's more than just, I accept the job or I don't accept the job. They got to start looking at houses. They got to start doing all this, schools, all that for their kids. It shouldn't happen until after the Super Bowl is done.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Kellen Moore. I was like, he's playing the biggest game of his career so far as a coach, as an OC, and now he's got to sit there and worry about New Orleans and where we're going to, and like you said, kids, and if he has kids, I don't know the situation, if he has a wife or not, but like he's got to look at all that, and that takes away from the game plan per se, even for a day or two. This is very crucial in what we do, and I wonder why we just don't say, you know what, after the Super Bowl, let's have this free for all now of head coach, because you have all day to get your coach and your GM. I mean, the draft until April, so I mean, you got plenty of time after February to get everything in. I think that'd be even crazier for sports, like almost like a Black Friday type of deal. It's like the whatever the Black Super Bowl. I don't know.
I mean, bro, it's a whole nother thing for ESPN to keep pushing out more content, because right after football dies, it's kind of dead there.
Yeah,
All-Star break. So I mean, let them keep flowing. Then you could have full-blown segments for the next 2 weeks, all about coaching, and it'd be great, But
about that, Jack?
But I completely agree. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jack.
I completely agree, especially because as a Lions fan, we just lost both of our coordinators for that reason. And a lot of Lions fans are upset saying, oh, well, they weren't paying enough attention. They weren't focused enough. The way it worked, though, for the Lions, they were lucky. They had the bye. So Dan Campbell said, hey, we're actually taking this as a bye. Everyone go home. Everyone do what you want. You can do your interviews there. No one's actually working right now. We're all going to take this as a period of rest. And that's when all the interviews happen. But at the same time, I don't think it's fair to these coaches to have to answer those questions to say, oh, well, were you really focused enough? Well, Ben Johnson's offense had over 500 yards. If that was unfocused, does he put up 700 yards with the offense? If he is focused, it's all those kinds of conversations, which I don't think is fair to the coaches. And I don't think it's fair to the coaches either to have to just deal with all of this, have to answer these questions while the season's still going on, have to make these decisions. And it's an impossible situation because this is generational wealth as a coordinator. If you're on the high end, you're making $2, $3, maybe $4 million a year. And then you get the offer to make $13 million if you're Ben Johnson or Liam Cohen. That's per year. That's a 5-year contract. That's $50 million a year. So you can't expect him to just say, no, I'm not going to interview until after my season's done, because the jobs will already be taken at that point. So just black it out, say, nope, no interviews, no firing coaches, no nothing until after the Super Bowl. And then, like we already mentioned, it opens things up content-wise. It's more fair to the candidates. It just makes life better for everyone. Why do you need to decide January 1st, January 6th, whenever the season ends? All right, now we know who our coach is. Why does Mike Vrabel need to be hired that soon, et cetera, et cetera? There's no reason for it. So just do away with it.
The only thing I will say to that is then you have to look at the timing of a lot of the college stuff happening. You have the East-West Shrine game. You have the Reese's Senior Bowl happening during this time period right now when coaches are hired already. That's what I mean. It has to be a domino effect of not just the coaches. I think you'd have to push all that other stuff back, because you don't want to, like, if you don't have a coach, who are you sending to these things? It's like those in-person things are very important at those college show games. So if they're going to have to work hand in hand there, if they're going to push the coaches firing and hiring back, they're going to have to do the same thing for those college showcases.
And I think that'd be great too, because how bored are we come March, come April, before the early part of April before the draft? Push everything back. Content game gets stronger for all of us. I completely agree.
It starts getting a little crazy once you start getting into that, because then these players, right, once they get done with the Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl, all that stuff, then they're starting to reshape themselves. Some are trying to put on massive weight. Some are trying to lose weight to try and hit certain numbers at the combine and everything like that. But definitely something needs to be changed regardless. And then now it's even crazier because now we're getting rumors that in 2027 we might end up getting an 18 game season.
It's crazy. TJ, what were you saying earlier, TJ?
Yeah, I was going to say, because obviously back in 2022, obviously we went to the Super Bowl in Arizona, and then immediately after the game ended, Jonathan Gannon was pinched as Arizona's head coach, and obviously there was some tampering issues that gave the Eagles a 3rd round pick. But it definitely felt like in the game, and he had the questions. It's like, were you distracted? Were you picking your coaches? Were you sorting out your houses instead of game planning? Especially when he didn't adjust in the second half. And obviously this year, the same thing's happening again. Kellen Moore might be going to the Saints. The Super Bowl's being played in the Saints' home, and we've already had the questions of is his focus fully on the Super Bowl, or is it working out where he's lived, where his kids are, if he's got kids, and working out his staff limits? So I completely agree. It has to be after the Super Bowl, because you don't get it's crazy. It's happening again to the same team, because you don't want this happening at all. Because even though 2020 was a fantastic game, our defense fell apart, and you don't want an outside factor like this to take away from the game itself.
Gotcha. Yo, we're over 100 in the chat right now, y'all. Thank y'all for showing love and support, man. Hit that like button if you're in here, man. Hit that subscribe button to the Come On In Sports Network, you guys. Thank y'all for showing love. All right, The Godfather's got to be out in a minute. So, Big Q, get your thoughts and your thoughts on this game, man. And who's gonna win, Eagles and Chiefs, brother? Floor is yours.
Man, tough call tonight, man. I mean, on this one, man. I think the Chiefs got it all going for them, man. They got the legacy on the line, do something that Tom Brady never did. That's big. They got the best coach in the game, the best quarterback in the game, some stellar defensive play. But in the end, man, are the Eagles the team that dethrone them? Can they stop Saquon? Can Jalen Hurts get on his scramble game and be more decisive? They add to the running attack. All these questions play a part. How smart will it be? Can people keep their turnovers down? Who dominates on the lines? So, I mean, with all that being said, man, it's tough to go against the Chiefs, man, but I'm gonna have to go with Philadelphia, man. I think Philly gets it done. I'm gonna go with Philly on this one.
Go with the Eagles, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're just over there taking it all in stride. I heard all this before. I got you. Well, Q, my brother, thank you for joining us as always. My brother, it's a pleasure and honor. Much love to you, my brother. You know what you mean to me, fam. I definitely be talking to you later, my brother. And Coach, I don't know who in the hell got a goddamn I don't know what the hell it is, man. Somebody been back with a damn foghorn. Across a railroad
I heard somebody
track.
opening windows. Hey, somebody opening windows and shit.
That's a 3rd down train horn right there.
A goddamn train trestle shit out. I don't know what the hell going on, bro.
Hey, Big Q, let know they can find you, man.
Oh, that was me, dog. My bad. I don't know how that happened. I was trying to get Big Q's channel. That was his opening thing to his channel. Big Q, that's messed up. You should know what that sound was.
It sounded familiar, man. I was like, hold on here, man. But thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Look, that's Big Q's channel down below in the comments, guys. Make sure you go click that link. Go and subscribe to our brother over there, man. The Sports Coma with Big Q.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Big Q. Appreciate it, bro. Much love to you, man.
Brother. Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all.
The Godfather's out, y'all. So we had to get him out the way because that's our guy right there. That's our guy. Oh, that being said, hey, I guess we can just follow the trend now. Let's go with our picks and predictions for this game. Hey, Harley, I'm gonna start with you, man. Who you got winning this football game? Who we crown Super Bowl champion? And tell me why. What's your keys?
Well, obviously, since what I said earlier about being petty, I think I got to continue to ride. But, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's just the Eagles are. I mean, I'm really am tired of the Kansas City Chiefs. There is a tired factor. There we go again with Coach rocking the Chiefs jersey. Yeah, I just don't want to see it no more, man. I'm tired of it. But ultimately, the Eagles, I think, hell of a matchup. By the way, hell of a rematch to the addition of Saquon Barkley. I'm very interested to see as to what the Chiefs are going to do against the Saquon Barkley. And at the end of the day, you have him, Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni. Hey, buddy, it's many conversations around him and whether or not he's going to get fired or the fans just doesn't want Nick Sirianni. I don't understand it either. I know my English fellow that's an Eagles fan was talking about it already, but I mean, I don't understand it either. I like wins. I don't know about y'all, but I like winning. I know other sports fans love winning. I know Saints fans would love wins. I know they would love to be in this situation. For fucking sure would love to be in this situation. So, it is what it is. But ultimately, Sirianni, hey, man, you want to show yourself that Sirianni's a guy that talks shit. Like, he'll go straight to the fans, his own fans or opposing fans, and talk shit. So I would be excited to see the content that happens if the Eagles have won and see how Nick Sirianni would react. And I don't want to see the Chiefs win. That's my statement. I don't want to see the Chiefs win. I'm an Astros fan. I get it.
Hey, me too. Hey, yes, sir.
I talk shit as much as anyone. They hate me.
Fan too, they hate it.
But unless I'm in that situation, I want my team to win. I want my team to three-peat, damn it.
Hey, Arturo Becker says, "Pero pinche Texan." I don't know what that means.
There we go, Arturo.
He geeked up though. He's geeked up for real. Jack, I'm gonna get with you, man. Break it down this game and who's your winner?
Well, last time these two teams faced off in a Super Bowl, it was 38-35 for the Kansas City Chiefs, 3-point win by the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be quite that high scoring. I think both of these defenses are much improved from the last time they played, even though they were pretty great defenses back then too. But we're going to give the Eagles the 2-point win this time, slightly narrower margin of victory. They're going to win 32-30 for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the defensive line, the pressure of the Philadelphia Eagles, that and Jalen Hurts are the two big difference makers. Jalen Hurts is going to have to put this team on his back. Saquon's going to get his, but in order to truly beat the Kansas City Chiefs, Jalen Hurts is going to need to have a better day than Patrick Mahomes, and I think that finally happens.
Ooh. All right, let's get to our homers now. Our homers, y'all. Let's start with Chris. I need some love from the Chiefs, man, right now. We need some love for Kansas City. Who's going to win this game and why? What's your prediction and your pick?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm picking the Chiefs. But it's going to – look, we faced Vic Fangio's defenses for a long time. We're 8-0 against Vic Fangio defenses. You're giving Andy Reid 2 weeks to prep. Like, I like our chances. I got Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, all a lot. I can get all into the breakdowns and all that, but at the end of the day, I just think that we're going to be better prepared. I still think it's going to be a tight game. I do think it's going to go into the fourth quarter. It's going to be tied up. But I got the Chiefs winning with a last-minute touchdown, 31-24.
Ooh, I like that. Let's go to our other homer now. TJ! Why are the Eagles gonna win this game, man? And what's your and how do they win it?
I think they're going to win it with. I think most of the game it's going to be very low scoring. I think the defenses are going to really put the hurt on both offenses, and go. I pretty much agree with you. It's going to be pretty much tied in the fourth quarter, and then after that, I think the defenses are going to get weighed down, and both offenses start to show off a bit, but. I've got the Eagles winning 31-28, and it's going to be very tight and very uncomfortable for all Eagles fans going everywhere. But I think Saquon Barkley is going to be able to put the team on his back when we really need him and have a massive run in the fourth quarter.
Oh, shucky ducky. We got our homers out the way now. All right, let's get to our ass.
You forgot our other homer, man.
Oh, yeah.
Coach.
Hold on. I was going to go with the Ask NFL Turns crew last. So, so I want to start off with let's get Lawrence. Let's get Lawrence. Who's going to win this game, Lawrence? Why? I mean, Lawrence has great insight, by the way. If you haven't checked out Lawrence, man, and our website, he does great content for us, man. So please check it out, man. This guy knows football head to toe. He knows it.
Well, I don't.
You got Lawrence.
I kind of want to send him to the website. I wrote an article on who's going to win. I'll just give a little synopsis of like this Cliff Notes version of it. Everybody knows I'm a Bills fan, and I picked the Chiefs to win. I'm able to separate my fandom from like my journalistic background of being a reporter and being able to separate fandom from that. I don't want the Chiefs to win. I have some really good friends who are Chiefs fans, and I hope they're crying at the end of the night because they're sad that they lost. But given that, I still think the Chiefs are going to win. I don't know how everybody who picks against the Chiefs in the playoffs the last 3 years, what's happened to them? They've been proven wrong. So as we already quoted earlier, the great Ric Flair, to be the man, you've got to beat the man. And until that actually happens, the Chiefs are going to continue to be the kings of the NFL. They'll win a close game. It's going to be a very low scoring just because there's not going to be many possessions. They're going to run the ball. They're going to control the clock, both teams. So I have a 24-22 Chiefs win to complete the three-peat.
Ooh, yes, sir. That's Lawrence right there showing love. Yo, I'm going to get mine in right now because we got a lot to go. I'm going to get mine in right quick. Y'all, I'm sorry, man. I told y'all this week after week after week. Everybody wants this freaking Cinderella story. Oh, Bills versus Commanders. We want to see that. That's what's going to happen. Or we want the Ravens. I don't want to hear none of that crap, y'all. It's been Kansas City since day one. Oh, she said since 3 years ago. My bad. It's been Kansas since 3 years ago. Me and PJ, we on the same bandwagon for this one. Yo, it's been Kansas City this whole entire time. People just don't want to see greatness, right? And I understand that. Some feelings are involved. And I'm like Lawrence, like I'm a diehard Saints fan, but I understand how to separate my feelings when it comes to things like this. People want to put their heart into it. And nothing wrong with that, but you also can be wrong with that. Give me Kansas City for the three-peat. I told y'all once, told you twice, told you 3 times. Now make it 4 times for Pat Mahomes, a 4-time champion coming up. They just don't lose these kind of games when they're completely healthy. And everyone has the same mission. Mind you, their only loss came to the Buccaneers in that COVID year, and he had lost his left and right tackle the game before. So there was no way they're going to win that game with that great defense that the Buccaneers had. But outside of that, they have been on it now. It will be a close game because all the Chiefs do is win close games. So I'm going to go with a score. I'm going to say, oh, man, it's going to be a tough one. But I'm almost with Lawrence as far as score-wise, but give me 26-23 Kansas City to win this game. And, of course, she has Pat Mahomes game-winning touchdown or field goal. I don't know what it is. He'll get a game-winning something because that's what he does. That's what he does. So give me the Chiefs to win this ball game and be your back-to-back-to-back Super Bowl champions, you guys. No one else done it. No one else. And I want to see history.
Oh, Carlos.
Hey, we got 9 in the good. Hey, hate it all you want, man. Everyone wants the Cinderella story. They do. I'm sorry. This is reality, man. We live in reality. Because, look, I want the Eagles to win, too. They just not. we got 9. We got 9 in the building. What's up, 9?
Hello.
He's back, y'all.
Hello.
He's
finally, like, I can get in now. Back.
Now, you got this game, 9.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree with what you're saying at the same time. But, I mean, facts are the Eagles are number 1 defense. They're number 2 rushing attack. You can't just disregard those numbers either. But I feel like it was one of those games where the Chiefs will find a way to pull it out. But, you know, my heart of hearts, I think Saquon Barkley is going to tear them up. If they can't stop Saquon Barkley in the first 2 quarters, Eagles winning, hands down. I'm not giving a score. I don't care. So,
9 on the scores, y'all. Y'all haven't known that. 9.
Because I told people already know if I wasn't doing Real Fan Sports, I would not be watching this game till the halftime. I would get home, watch my Nick, K-Dot, and then get off.
Sir. Yes, sir. Hey, turn this TV out. Turn this TV out. Hey,
exactly.
Turn this TV out. Yeah, we know that as well.
Let me be honest about it. Let me be honest. I wouldn't be watching the game. I don't want to see them win 3 in a row. I don't care.
Hey, man, same goes to you, brother.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I'm a different man. I really like Saquon. I really like Jalen Hurts. I would love to see them get a championship. I really thought Jalen Hurts was going to get it the last time the way he was playing. But this year, man, I just sadly have got to side with everything that Carlos and what Chris and everybody has been saying. I think the Chiefs are the team to beat. They just play different. I mean, they show it time and time again. We can doubt them. We can hate on them. We can do everything we want. We can say it's because of the refs. We can say it's because of this, because of that. But in reality of it is that they are the best at what they do, which is win football games. They have the right game plan. They're great in situational football. They have a great head coach, great quarterback. They got great players surrounding them. They make players that are not so great look amazing. They're good at developing young talent. It's like you take everything outside of them winning, you would love this team. If they weren't winning consistently and it wasn't for the little helps from the ref that people see, they would absolutely adore this team from how they're able to develop the players into who they are today. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with it 24-20, and I like a touchdown score at the end of the game. It's going to be 17-20. Touchdown's going to go ahead and take it.
Hey, Coach, what Coach Rock at, baby? Hey,
Man, I'm gonna just. I've heard all what y'all said, bro. And buying the Super Bowl, being in my city, I'm gonna just steal two people words and big free the words. You already know. Nah. I'm out, baby.
He shut the laptop. He gone. He's not here anymore. He shut the laptop. Is shut. It's not a lag. He's shut. He gone. He's going to get it. He's going to
put his referee outfit on.
He nut the oatmeal. He ready to go. Let's go, man. Come on.
He putting the referee suit on. He putting the referee outfit on to go help.
Yeah.
He going to go help. You know that's his favorite team now. He's not even a Saints fan no more.
Dolph, man. All right, Dolph, it's on you, baby. It's on you, Dolph. What you got in this game, brother?
Bring the camera into your boy.
I got you.
All right, baby. A few years ago, we were denied history from a dynasty. We were denied a perfect season on one of the most miraculous catches in the history of the Super Bowl. We were denied history. But today, in my city, New Orleans, Louisiana, the best place to host a Super Bowl, hands down. I want to see history. But let me make this abundantly clear. I don't like the damn Eagles. I don't like the damn Chiefs.
That's true.
But I like greatness. I like to see great football teams. We got the two best teams in the National Football League playing today. 2 years ago, that was a hell of a game they gave us. And by the way, Jalen Hurts could have won MVP as being the losing quarterback player for that in that Super Bowl. But today, we would not get Eli Manning today. We would not get denied history. I'm going with the Chiefs. I want to see three-peat and win their three-peat. Tom Brady, the GOAT, will no longer be the GOAT, baby, because Patrick Mahomes will surpass him unquestionably as the greatest of all time. 4 Super Bowls in 5 years, and the first to do it 3 consecutive years. Not 1, baby, not 2, baby, but 3 of them things, baby. Let's go, Chiefs Kingdom. That's who I'm riding with, and David, you should be kind of nervous because every time I pick against the Eagles, they knock down win. So Eagle fans, you're welcome.
I'm about to say every time he go crazy like that team loses.
What it seems like.
Well, Dolph, I think you just provided us our first TikTok one right there. That's going to be our opener for the TikTok channel. That's go perfect. Viral on the first one, my man.
There you go.
and then show the score of the Eagles winning if that happens.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, like Jimmy when I said Saquon wasn't going to run for 200 on the damn round.
Oh, yeah, clip him.
Yeah,
Clip
he
him.
She got me. But
Clip him.
We got here before we get out of here. Everybody at home.
But wait.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead. ahead.
I want to do something. I want to do something too before we go ahead and get into our final play and everything. Our straight ball in. I do want to give a big shout out to the city of New Orleans, man. Yes. I'm telling you, I've been out there all weekend. It has been absolutely amazing. I'm gonna share a couple pictures. We were able to go to the NFL experience on Friday, and then we're all out in the city all day. Let me get this pulled up so we can see it. All day yesterday, and I'll tell you what, the event, the hospitality that was going on, and all the fans, both KC and Philadelphia, were just amazing. It was, man, really, really almost emotional at some point. Just see all the city and all its glory, all the fun that was taking place out there. The city was lit up. Fans, family, friends, children, adults, don't matter, all walking around, enjoying their time. It was something to experience, and something that you definitely should never miss again if the Super Bowl is ever in your city.
Cut the time down. Let's do just one or two of them.
Oh. There you go. I'm clicking the wrong button. But yeah, man, such a beautiful time out in the city, man. It was something I wish we didn't have to leave. We were out there for like 12 hours yesterday, just walking all the way from St. Charles all the way down to Bourbon to the French Quarter to the Dome, man. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Like I said, man, nobody puts on a show at the party like we do, baby. Look, come on, man, stop it. Everybody, look, y'all see this night, y'all do okay, but man, hands down, man, hands down. Bro.
What's the split of fans? Do you reckon?
Oh, it was quite even, man. And there's a bunch of fans from all over the world. I mean, there's all kind of different variety of teams. There's so many different people that were down there. It was quite even, man. I can't say that it was a takeover by either city.
I agree with Sean Payton. He had said a couple of days ago, he was like, New Orleans should host the Super Bowl on a 5-year rotation. Yeah. Like we every 5 years we should have one in New Orleans, and I agree with that because, like Dolph said, New Orleans, we put on the best show for the Super Bowl. We just do.
From what I heard, like it's like you can walk to everything. It's not like Los
Angeles.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, literally.
All over.
Everywhere you go, Lawrence, you can walk there, man. I got a sacred hotel that I go to all the time. TJ knows about it as well. We've been there. Man, hey, 15-minute walk to the Dome, baby. I mean, it's all walking pretty much. If you want to be lazy and ride a bike, fine. You know, pay $30 for that ride. But yeah, you can walk everywhere, man. And of course, the food is delightful. The adventures you'll see. You know, from Bourbon Street to Canal to St. Charles, French Quarter, man, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. And I even if it's not the Super Bowl, I recommend everyone one time from Harley to Jack to Lawrence. All y'all go to New Orleans, man. I don't care what it's for.
I went there for Bills Saints Thanksgiving a few years ago.
Yes. So you enjoyed a great game then. I know you did.
Yeah.
Got our ass whipped. You enjoyed a great game then. Shit. But if you guys haven't, man, Chris as well, if you guys have not, man, please go to New Orleans, man, for anything. But it's amazing. It's an amazing city.
Definitely gonna make my way down there one day.
Oh yeah, man, it's an amazing city, bro. Where's Dolph at? Our reigning leader, man.
Man, done disappeared on us, man. That's crazy.
That's right. Dolph and Coach talk to each other, calling on the phone to each other. Showing those. What was your best moment though, Zach? Out there, what's your best moment?
Oh man, probably just sitting on top of the stairs out in Jackson Square and watching the light show that took place on the cathedral. It was so cool. I mean, I've never seen New Orleans that busy before. I mean, I don't care if it's Mardi Gras or what it was. It was crazy. They had different performances being taken place on every single corner of the street. They had the different parking lots all decked out and set up for stages for bands. They had food, restaurants all taking place. But yeah, the Cathedral Light Show, man, that was awesome. That was so awesome. And I will be posting, for those that want to see it, I will be posting a little vlog, hopefully sometime next week, of our experience and all the stuff that we did while we were out there. It was amazing.
Hell yeah. Well, I can't wait to see that. All right, y'all. Let's get to our straight balling. Hold on. There goes Dolph. I let Dolph introduce it to it. Come on, old man.
Old man. I got the old man.
He got that beautiful white beard, man.
You know,
Who was
Gotta
that?
work, baby.
Polar. Who was that? Polar. Something that says about our beards. Yeah. We got it on lock. We got the beard game on lock,
Hey,
y'all.
Is Coach back in here?
Man, coach is gone, man.
Coach gone. Coach supposed to do a coach's corner. Had me working on the segment and all that. Dad's gonna went out here and do it.
I'm here.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, coach. Oh, coach froze. He froze.
I'm here.
Oh, you here? Oh,
Yeah.
you just froze. All right. With that being said, Coach. Lord knows, Coach.
All right, guys. So I told Dolph, man, by this being Black History Month, I wanted to pay tribute to some of the pioneers, both past and present. And for the sake of time, I've cut down to two. The first person I want to pay tribute to is none other than Mr. Irv Cross. Cross became the first African-American sports analyst on national TV. He worked from CBS Sports from 1971 to 1994. He anchored the NFL show that most of us remember with Brett Musburger, Phyllis George, Jimmy the Greek Snyder, and Jane Kennedy. Irv Cross set footprints that is so big. Unfortunately, we lost Irv Cross on February 28, 2021 at the age of 81 years old. The other one I wanted to pay tribute to was other than Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott was the anchor on ESPN, including Sports Center. He was known for his hip-hop style and catchphrases. He was first assigned S'more Smash after Keith Olbermann left Sports Night, the ESPN Center. Scott took over his place in the anchor chair. In 2002, Scott was named studio host for the NBA on ESPN. When Monday Night Football moved to ESPN in 2006, Scott hosted the site's coverage. Scott appeared in issues on ESPN, the magazine, and we remember his catchphrases. Can I get a witness from the congregation? Booyah, holla. As cool as the other side of the pillar. Holla at a player when you see him in the street. And Lord said, you got to rise up. Make all the kinfolks proud. Pookie and Ray Ray and Moesha. Doing it well. Scott Flair's style of talk changed everything. He became a role model for Afro-American sports journalism. Scott was won the Jimmy V Award in 2014, and sadly, we lost Stuart Scott January 4th, 2015. Y'all, bring me back to the screen. I want everybody on the screen. This is the past. This is the present. I want to give a shout out to every one of you guys on the screen, man, for the work that you do tirelessly. There's a catchphrase Dolph always says when he comes on. He says, come on in, take a seat, sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a drink, and let's talk sports. And what Dolph is saying to us, bro, the same thing that divides us in this country. We take political stands, race stands, and everything that divides us, bro. As you see, the screen is diverse with all of us from different colors, race, ethnic backgrounds. But we come in, we put everything on the side, and we cheer for our favorite teams, bro. And we put the race issues, political, and we just put on sports. We talk about sports, and sports is a healing sometime, bro. And the same thing that divides us can also heal us. Because when we put on our jerseys, a Raider, a Bill, a Eagle, we don't see color. We don't see race. We don't see none of that. We just see people that love the game of sports, man. And I want people to understand the work that you guys do is tireless effort, and they don't know what you do. I kind of sit behind the scenes and I watch you guys texting shit all day. Dolph texting me early in the morning. Shit, it's a lot of work, bro. And then and then you work.
He was up late last night.
You work with that, yeah, man. You work with that. You have your personal life, you have your family lives, and you have a whole lot going on. But you put a product out here that people should be proud of. And if nobody else gives you your homage, your due, Coach giving each one of y'all that today, man. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your product. This is the future. Like I tell Dolph, and the reason I get with Dolph, I coached him. I watched him grow up in Carrollton, one of the roughest parts of New Orleans, man. We came up. He grew up one part. I was up the street. And I watched him grow up as a kid, and I'm proud of him. And all I'm doing is just paving the way to build my legacy of my eulogy going out, but helping see him build toward the future to carry this on, man. So to each one of y'all, man, shout out to y'all for what y'all do. If you're not told thank you enough, that's from me to you. I appreciate you, man. Thank y'all.
Right on, Coach.
Hey, appreciate that, Coach. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank
Absolutely.
Thanks, Coach. Yes, sir.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful, man. Got me right here, man. Got me right here. With that being said, y'all know what time it is. It's time for the best segment on all the social media. Yeah, we got it copyrighted too, you thieves. Here we go. Super Bowl edition of Straight Who's Ballin'. It's the last one of the season. So, baby, we gonna have some fun. All right, we gonna start from the lead, Houston. Paulie, simply put, baby, you got to pick one. You can pick 2, 3. It don't matter. Who is your straight baller player of the day in Super Bowl 59?
Oh man, this is it right here. When it comes to who's gonna be balling, I think everyone's gonna have a similar answer, but it's gonna be Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is that absolute dude. I mean, he is a monster out there, and the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna have their hands full when it comes to the run game of the Eagles and Saquon Barkley, the tush push included or whatnot. But Saquon is gonna have at least $120 plus in this game, and he is gonna lead these Eagles to a Super Bowl victory. So I'm here to tell you right now, Chiefs fans, I know y'all gonna get cocky. I know y'all gonna get loud. I know y'all gonna get present. I get it. But I will tell you this, Saquon Barkley is gonna have a game and a half against these Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and he's going to cement his legacy. Giants fans will be in tears. Eagles fans will, well, they're as much as they're gonna be happy, they will still be upset because there's no pleasing them.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
All right. Let's go on over. Let's swing it on over, baby. Let's swing it on over. Jack, talk to us, baby. Who you got?
I mentioned it earlier, but I think if the Eagles are going to win, which I still think is going to happen, yes, Saquon is going to get his, but Jalen Hurts is going to have to be better than Patrick Mahomes. We saw Jalen Hurts ball out last time they faced in the Super Bowl, but it just wasn't enough, had some costly turnovers, and was outplayed by Mahomes in the end. This time, he flips the script, he finishes his story, and Jalen Hurts is the Super Bowl 59 MVP on his way to a victory.
All right, Jack straight baller. Now we're gonna swing it. We're gonna start with the man up top, the man from the UK, the man who's wearing that mean green, baby. TJ, who's your straight baller for the day, baby?
My straight baller is going to be something I don't think you mentioned a lot. I'm going to go Zach Bourne. I think he's going to be all over the field. I think he'll be constantly rushing the ball to punch that out as quick as possible and tackling. And I wouldn't be surprised he gets at least 2. If he gets 2 turnovers, maybe 3, he might be a defensive MVP. We haven't had one in a very long while, so it'll be great to see that in the Super Bowl.
All right. Now to the man of the hour who all the pressure's on. The man who was just set up here for this hour and 15, 30 minutes and took all this hate, all this putrid coming at him. Chris, who's your straight baller of the day, baby?
I'm gonna stay with the tried and true Travis Kelce. Orlin Burks, you in for a day, brother. You had your hands full against Zach Ertz. What do you think you're gonna do against the best ever? Travis Kelce. I got a $150 and 2 touchdowns by Travis Kelce.
Hey, Chris,
okay.
Chris, quick question, Chris. Is this his swan song? If he does that, is this his swan song?
That I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. He said he wants to play another season, so I can see him coming back, but I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Kelce ain't going
the rest of them records, man. He's too close.
Let's go to the editor, the senior editor. Come on, in Sports Network. Terrence, who's your straight baller, baby?
Well, we talked about the kickers earlier and how many of these
Chiefs
playoff game, the Chiefs playoff games and Super Bowls come down to like the end of the game. So Harrison Butker is going to be the straight ball and player of the game. He's going to be the game-winning field goal at the end of the game.
You heard him, Harrison Butker.
There it is.
Hey, I like Barry because he going on and they putting his faith in the kicker. I don't like kickers.
I love Bucky in that situation, though.
All right, Coach, coming to you, baby. Who's your straight baller today besides the referees?
I got 2, bro. On the offensive side, I mentioned it early. D-Hop, bro. D-Hop got to find his soft spots in his zone. He big, he physical. And on the other side of the ball, if we key on Saquon, McDuffie got to match up with Brown, bro. So that's my 2 ballers, bro.
Okay, Coach. You got Zach. Talk to us, baby.
Hey, damn, I'm not the ref. Look, hey, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go one from each team. I'm gonna pick one from each team. We're gonna start the offense with the Kansas City Chiefs team that I believe is gonna win today, and it is a former Chief and now a current Chief. It is going to be no other than Kareem Hunt. He missed out on the dynasty of the Chiefs. He has not had a Super Bowl ring, and I'll tell you what, he's hungry, and he wants one this weekend. Super Bowl Sunday in New Orleans. Kareem Hunt is going to be straight balling on his way to a Super Bowl victory. And then for the losing side, I think Vaughn, with same as what you said earlier, I think Vaughn is going to be an X factor, and he's my straight balling player for the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, we got Vaughn. All right, now talk to us, baby. Who's your straight baller player for today? Let's go.
See, my straight ball is not a single player. It is a part of one team. It's the offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles. If Jalen Hurts is going to be MVP like we heard, and if Saquon will get off, the offensive line got to be stout and got to be strong because we know Chiefs is coming. So Eagles offensive line, that's my baller of the day.
Nice.
Gotcha. Okay, everybody just went that. TJ gone.
TJ, he went.
All right, TJ went. Coaches went. Everybody went. So,
I ain't go yet. Trying to cut me off. Yeah, man, trying to cut us off. Yeah.
Did everybody go?
We know he paid referees already with all that gambling money.
Let's go. Hey, he with her main man, her honey bun, her All right, no. Pat Mahomes. She said Pat Mahomes is her straight balling player of the century. Oh, okay, whatever. All right, but I agree with Coach Rock. I'm going on the defensive side. Trent McDuffie. He's going to shut down A.J. Brown. He's going to shut down that secondary for Philadelphia. I think Trent McDuffie is going to be my straight balling player of the game, and I'm going with a pick, maybe even 2 for McDuffie because of situational awareness that the Chiefs are so great at. That receiving core won't be as hot this game. Give me McDuffie and the Chiefs to ride on out with a 3-time back-to-back Super Bowl champion style.
I mean, for a pick, they got to throw the ball. Eagles run the ball.
It's something to say about that. Watch out.
So
yeah, they average 200 yards a game.
Right. Everybody went. Not everybody went. I'm gonna ask again. I was told, yeah, then I was rudely interrupted, but anyway.
It's usually me.
Y'all been waiting for your boy Dolph and David. Get ready. Just see the energy coming up, baby. I love this. I love this. So who's my straight baller of the day? It's not a player. No. It's not. It's not a coach. No. My straight baller of the day is the entire damn state. Is the entire damn city. My straight baller of the day is the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. We all know what happened weeks ago in this city. This city has put out, and shown out once again. And you have everybody saying it is no contest. The Super Bowl should be on the rotation to New Orleans every 5 years. Because simply put, like you said, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And there ain't a city in the United States of America that can put on a party and host a Super Bowl like we do in the Big Easy, baby. And don't let the name fool you, because ain't nothing easy in New Orleans. So with that being said, my straight baller of the day is my city, my state of New Orleans, Louisiana. Because tonight, in the Dome, baby, the renovated Dome, state-of-the-art Caesar Superdome, there's going to be some straight ballers, straight balling out. That's your boy's Dolph, straight baller of the day. Thank
I like how you
everybody.
evaded the actual question, but that's
Yeah.
No players, no coaches.
I mean,
He didn't even know
I thought he was going Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
Hey, I never mentioned it, man, but shout out to Kendrick Lamar, K-Dot.
They not like us.
This is
Yes,
for the coaches.
I cannot wait for that,
For the
man. I know
culture.
it's
They
gonna be
not
a
like us.
yeah, they not like us. They not like us. He's going to have a tremendous.
Yeah, they not like us.
Him and SZA, man. They're gonna touch the house up, man. So I can't wait to watch that.
Mozzie, what's up, nephew? I ain't seen you since Lamar choked again. Love you, nephew. Love you. All right, man. Listen, we about to get on out of here, but we will be back later on today, as we will be calling Super Bowl 59. So, hey, family, if you haven't hit that like button, subscribe, please hit it. Join the family. Come on in. You get great content like this. Not only here on the Come On In Sports Network, but also on all our platforms that make up the Come On In Sports Network. I want to thank Chris. I want to thank Jack. I want to thank Harley. I want to thank Q. I want to thank my brothers, Lawrence, TJ, Carlos, PJ, Rob, Nine, Zach, and shoot, I want to thank myself, too.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank everybody.
We thank you, though. Thank you.
What's that?
Most important. Go ahead, Coach.
Zach, if you out my way, baby, I got crawfish, I got shrimp, I got turkey, I got
I'm sorry.
sausage, I got corn,
Now I wish
I
I
got
was.
barbecue on the grill, I got
We gotta get together this summer, Coach. We gotta get together this summer. We got to.
Hold on.
Coach up there making to-go plates for the referees.
No, I'm trying
to go place for the ref.
He always cook when I ain't in town like that, bro. When I'm in town, he don't cook shit.
It's something about you, dog. Something about you.
I'm starting to take it personal, bro.
Somebody put it on the grill for you, baby. They're running wild out here. I shoot the possums and put it on the grill for you, baby.
All right, family, listen. Enjoy your
I'll be on a bit early, probably about at least an hour, maybe a little sooner before the game starts. I will be doing our pregame community six-leg parlay. It's going to be held on the Real Fan Sports Channel. We'll be live on all of them. All you're going to do is vote on a poll. Whatever the fans vote, whatever our viewers vote, that will get put on the parlay. And if we were to win it, half of the earnings will go back into the channel in the form of gifted membership. So big shout out to all. I saw 121 at the highest, man. It's crazy. All y'all come join again. This has been our biggest As the NFL Turns pre-game, pre-Sunday podcast. This has been, this has been unreal. It's been so much fun. We can't thank y'all enough for taking part and joining us in this journey as we're building one of the best sports networks on YouTube. Hell, F YouTube in the world, baby. We got this.
And before I go, bro, what I said I meant, bro. A hell of a job by each one of y'all on this football season, bro. Y'all did a hell of a job. Y'all put some good content out there, and people should appreciate that, man. And it wasn't about color, it wasn't about a race, it was about sports, and all of us came together as brothers, man. Hell of a job. Applaud y'all.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, Coach.
And also, want to remind you, hey, 15 minutes before kickoff?
Oh yeah, 15 minutes per kicker. We're gonna debut our first actual annual Ballers of the Year, which is our way of saying NFL honors, basically.
Yeah, that's right, baby. We
Hosted by
Dolph.
Hosted by Dolph.
So you know it's gonna be some surprises in there, baby. It's gonna be some surprises in there. But deservedly. Let me just say, deservedly. So with that being said, everybody, enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday. Stay safe. We'll see you all for the pregame show. And the first annual Come On In Sports Network presents Straight Ballers of the Year Awards. 15 minutes before kickoff, because you tired of hearing what they talking about anyway. So come on over, and when the game starts, turn down the TV, baby, and come on in. So with that being said, family, enjoy your day, and we out.
Cheers.
Hey, up.
He's out.
The cover is sports. That cool.